mean, who doesn't want to smell good on a budget? Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Joy, and on this channel we talk about beauty, fragrance, and everything that makes us glow. Now, if there's one thing that I've learned in the fragrance community, it is that the devil works hard, but Zara works harder. In this video, we will be testing a potential dupe for Tom Ford's Lost Cherry Smoothie by Zara, and we're gonna do a first impressions and figure out whether this baby is the real deal or not. Now, here's a mystery for you. This fragrance has been around before, and for some reason, Zara has repackaged and potentially reformulated it. I know that the OG bottle was a clear one with a pink cap on top, so if you own that fragrance, please do share down below what you think of that fragrance, and if you've smelled the new one as well, definitely let us know whether it's even the same fragrance, because I'm not sure if this is the original Cherry Smoothie or if this just is pretty much an entirely new fragrance. Now, if you clicked on this video, there's a chance that you already know about Lost Cherry and what this fragrance is all about. I mean, it is iconic, it's an OG, it's one of the best cherry fragrances out there, in my most worn and most complimented list for sure. So I was so excited to see that there may be a potential dupe on the horizon from Zara, because this baby is expensive, let me tell you. I think I got this for 260 pounds. The 30 ml goes for a little bit less, but nonetheless, this is definitely a pricey fragrance like most of the Tom Fords are. Lost Cherry is this delicious, very sweet, super deep, a bit darker, boozy cherry. We have some beautiful tonka, vanilla, and almond that kind of gives it a smoothness. We have some liquor that gives it that boozy factor, and some spices that give it a little bit of a kick, a little bit of floral. I mean, this is just absolute heaven. This is so intoxicating. While it opens with a super strong boozy cherry note in the beginning, as it dries down, it just becomes this beautiful, elegant, sophisticated, and luxurious scent. This is sexy, this is sultry, this is elegant, classy, perfect for fall and winter in my opinion, but even just for date night, if you want to smell seductive but elegant and classy at the same time, this fragrance is your girl. As long as your date likes cherry, they are not going to be leaving your side, and trust me, I'm speaking from personal experience. I've heard people complain about the performance of Lost Cherry. For me, that really never has been an issue. On my skin, it lasts 6+ hours, and trust me, my skin eats up perfume like nothing else. I feel like my body has literally started to metabolize my perfume instead of my body fat, which that's an entirely different topic, but this for me works really well. My tip for you would be, if it doesn't last on your skin, spray it on your clothes. I can smell it up to 3 to 4 days after on clothes, and while it's not a beast mode fragrance, it leaves a beautiful sillage, and this is definitely going to get noticed by people who are in your vicinity. And now, the moment that we've all been waiting for, the golden child. Will this live up to our expectations? We are about to find out. I want to say beforehand that I took a look at the note breakdown on Fragrantica, and I have to say a lot of the notes are very, very similar to Tom Ford's Lost Cherry. I feel like Zara really just said, I'm gonna copy your homework, but I'm gonna make it less obvious. There's definitely some similarities in there, and that actually makes me hopeful that maybe this does smell similar to Lost Cherry, and that potentially I could save myself 200+ pounds. I mean, how amazing would that be? Now, it comes in this 30 ml bottle in a kind of rainbow, purple, yellow, pink bottle. It's quite cute. I definitely would say the packaging is more on the juvenile side. It's not the most luxurious thing I've ever seen, but honestly, for the price, this was 12 pounds. I honestly wouldn't expect anything else. So I honestly don't mind. It feels sturdy. It's made of glass and not plastic, so honestly, nothing to complain about. Now, out of the bottle, this has really strong similarities to Lost Cherry. I'm actually kind of shocked right now. Let me compare. Yeah, this definitely has a very, very similar vibe. So let's go ahead and give it a little spritz. Wow, okay. So this is a cherry blast. It hits you in the face with the cherry for sure. This cherry definitely smells brighter, more like a fresh cherry rather than a deeper cherry. This like straight up reminds me of those cherry gummy bears, or like those Chupa Chups cherry lollipops. This is giving me like straight up nostalgia. This is a slightly artificial smelling, definitely kind of that flavor that you would get out of candy flavored sweets. There's something slightly creamy in here, probably the tonka base, some vanilla. And then we have that zesty, fruity cherry on top. This might be an odd visual, but this almost reminds me of Katy Perry in her early years of fame when she had like her first couple of pop songs. I kissed a girl and I liked it, taste of her cherry chapstick. That kind of vibe. I need to delete that. But yeah, it definitely gives me almost cherry chapstick vibes. It's a lot more juvenile, it's a lot more youthful, more playful, more flirty. It's almost slightly sickly sweet, and there's a bit of an odd note at the top. It almost smells like the creaminess is coming from a banana or something like that, like a banana note. I mean, maybe that's the cherry smoothie. They have cherry and banana in it. Who knows? As it dries down, the cherry does go into the background a little bit. It's definitely still the hero of the show, but it becomes more well blended, a little bit creamier. Very nice. I mean, this is very pleasant, I would say. Maybe let me try it on skin as well, and let's see how it performs there. I think with this fragrance, I almost like it in the air more than I like it up close. It gives me nice wafts, but I don't want to be like sniffing it up close all the time. This would give a really nice scent trail, especially if you maybe sprayed on your clothes and walk around in like a flowy dress or something like that. It has a little bit of a synthetic undertone. It's slightly sharp. It's obviously not as amazingly blended as you would get from maybe a high-end perfume. That's one of the downsides of Zara perfumes, that sometimes they can lean a little bit synthetic, probably just due to the ingredients and how they're blended. But for the price, can you really complain? This doesn't take you on the most riveting journey. I will say the dry down stays quite linear, but I feel like that was to be expected. But yeah, even on skin, it definitely still gives me that candy vibe. It definitely smells like a gummy bear, like a chapstick. If that's something that sounds delicious to you, then you will love this fragrance. The final verdict. I can confidently say that Cherry Smoothie from Zara is not a dupe for Tom Ford's Lost Cherry. It definitely smells a lot less expensive, a lot less sophisticated. It's not nearly as complex. I almost feel like Cherry Candy would have been a better name for this fragrance. So Zara, if you're looking for another head of product design, you know, okay. But it definitely is very reminiscent to that kind of artificial cherry flavor that you get in cherry sweets and foods. Lost Cherry is definitely a more grown cherry. It's deeper, it's darker, sultry, more sexy. While this to me is way more playful, it's more youthful, it's more juvenile, it's more flirty, it's more fun. It's not as serious. In fact, I would probably say that this to me is more reminiscent of Electric Cherry in the Tom Ford collection rather than Lost Cherry, which I have reviewed in a previous video as well. I will go ahead and link that down in the description below in case you want to go and check it out. But if you enjoy Electric Cherry's scent profile, you will probably really like this. And when we look at the price, this is a very decent fragrance. I could see myself grabbing this in spring when I'm on the go and I just want to smell like a cherry gummy bear. I mean, who doesn't want to smell like that? So for the price, it's really hard to go wrong with this one. In fact, most of the Zara fragrances. However, when we're talking about Zara dupes, I feel like they have a lot more fragrances that are way more reminiscent of their kind of original fragrance or inspired fragrance than this one. I want to say at least 2 to 3 fragrances that are, in my opinion, at least 90 to 95% accurate to a point where it almost doesn't make sense to buy the original fragrance. So if you're interested in a video like that, I am happy to share that with you guys. So please do leave a comment down below. I'm more than happy to share my finds, and some of them are very good. Of course, I would love to know, have you tried out Cherry Smoothie? And if so, what are your thoughts? Have you decided to purchase this as well, or is this a pass for you? And since we haven't really found our Tom Ford Lost Cherry dupe today, are there any other fragrances that remind you of this fragrance that could potentially be a dupe? Let us know down below. If you haven't already, please go and hit that subscribe button down below and leave a like or a dislike on this video. You can be honest, I won't be offended, I promise. Maybe a little bit. With that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. I truly appreciate every single one of you. I hope you have the most wonderful day, and I will see you guys in my next video.